Hey everybody, Azu here with Dark Souls 2 on the PS4, but Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on PS4. So I've got multiple profiles, including one where I tried to make it so it looked like me and failed miserably. That was fun. But anyway, new game.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
Wow, that was one hell of an intro, wasn't it? Just FYI, it's never really explained, like, what that Whirlpool was. But, you know. Anyway, this is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Might as well strip, because, well, you get new armor when you choose your class anyway, so might as well discard all this. So, you might notice a difference from Dark Souls 1. First off, graphically it's better. I mean, Souls games have never been stunners in the graphical department. I mean, art style counts for a lot, so they compensate, but in raw graphical power, they've never been super impressive. But looks better than Dark Souls 1. 60 FPS, which is different from Dark Souls 1, obviously. Unless you played it on PC with DS fix, but I didn't. And no character creation yet. You just get chucked in as this lovely fellow. But ignoring everything out here, for now, we'll open this door.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name? At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
And this is where character creation happens. So, I'm not going to spend too long on character creation. But as you can see, the stats are in the bottom right. It shows you the different equipment and rings and spells and stuff that each class has, which is a welcome addition, I must say. If you go options, it tells you what they are, but, you know, the head is level, and then there's vigor for health, endurance for stamina, vitality for equipment load. Yeah, that's right. Stamina and equipment load are separate. Attunement is similar as Dark Souls 1, spells and whatnot, but leveling that up means you cast faster instead of dexterity speeding up spell casting. In Dark Souls 1, I believe, is how that happened. You got strength for heavy weapons, dexterity for skill weapons like scimitars, things like that. I'll ignore that for now. Faith for miracles, intelligence for magic, and adaptability. So do you remember the resistance stat in Dark Souls 1? Well, it's back, but this time it's even more annoying. You see, in Dark Souls 1, your iframes for rolling were pretty much dependent on whether you were fast, mid, or fat rolling. Not so much here. See, adaptability governs your rolling, like distance and iframes and stuff. So you have to put points into it if you want to be able to roll through attacks and not have like 0.01 of a second of invulnerability and then get caught mid-roll. So that's one hell of a change, and it is honestly one of the worst decisions that this game made. The other one is the multiplayer. It wasn't just what level your character was. Every time you obtained souls from killing things or using soul items or whatever, it added onto a total called soul memory, and that factored into multiplayer matchmaking. And that got really annoying because if you wanted to fight against people like at the lower levels, you basically had to make sure you didn't kill things. So if you were level 120 or something and you'd got enough souls for level 120, you'd want to make sure that you hadn't gone around just killing things for the point of it, because then that would make your total soul memory too high and you wouldn't be able to match with people around your level as easily, which sucked. Now, for this playthrough, we decided that, as my good friend suggested, that I should use a scythe and a katana. Sadly, none of the starting classes have a scythe or a katana, so it's going to be a case of when I get them, I use them, and none of the other weapons shall I touch. But what class? Katanas are dexterity, so bandit's a good choice. There's a bow, and I can't really use a bow once I get the katana or the scythe, so... Swordsman starts with a +1 weapon. That's useful, but again, low strength. I would have to say warrior is probably best because it's got high strength and okay dexterity. Like, it's not great, it's 11, but it's better than that. Hang on, what? Adaptability 5. 9. Oh, no wonder the Explorer was so easy for me in my first playthrough. It had 12 adaptability, okay. Warrior it is, 5 adaptability, so I can't really roll through things, but... yeah. The broken sword, gift, life ring, same as Dark Souls 1, increases your HP a bit. Human effigy is basically, when you die, you go into hollow form. You use a human effigy, you get brought back to human. Healing wares are a bunch of healing items, and there's some moss in there to cure poison. Healing items are useful early on, but once you get past about the second area, you'll have enough souls to just buy as many gems as you want. So, not really useful. Homeward Bone, obviously, same as Dark Souls 1, sends back to the bonfire. Seed of a Tree of Giants, that is a multiplayer item. If someone invades you, and you think it's kind of unfair that they're not getting attacked as well by the enemies, use a Seed of a Tree of Giants, and all of the enemies in the level will attack the invader as well as you. So it gives them a taste of what you're going through. Bonfire Ascetic strengthens the bonfire, respawns the boss, and increases the difficulty of the area. Can be used to help farm for boss souls and stuff, but nah. And Petrified Something is what you trade to the like the merchant crows. So we'll go with that. Body. Gender. I'm a man. And we will go buff man. Muscly buff man. Yes. Face. Yeah, okay, so Dark Souls 1 and 3 give you homelands. Number 2 doesn't even give you that. They just say here's some preset faces. So that's sort of Katarina, I think. That could... that's the west. That's like the easterner sort of commoner, I think. Don't know who the hell that's meant to be. I don't think it's Kareem. Might be. I'll just keep it normal. Can I do random face? Is that a thing? Yeah, so I'll just sort of randomize. Oh Jesus! Okay, that's terrifying. Let's just do a few more. Oh god. Okay, yeah, okay, we're going with that. Hairstyle, there's no anime hair, but we'll bring back the bowl cut. Hair color. Okay, blonde bowl is good. Yeah. Eyebrows, big ones. Eye color. Nope. Blue. Aqua? Light blue. Give him a beard. Beard. Black beard. Yeah. That's a ticket. And you can give him like tattoos, but I don't see the point, really. Anyway, so that's that. Can we just lighten him up a bit? Hey! That probably sounded far more insensitive than I wanted it to. Oh dear. The only thing I want to do with this man is... yeah, I want to give him a massive chin. If possible. I feel that just fits, you know? It's just kind of a... okay, there we go, and then... low is what... yeah, low, okay. So low, and wide. There we go. That's how you do it. Chin. Yeah. Awesome. Chin depth. Wait, what? So do I want it shallow then? No. What's a bit? What about fully deep? That's the ticket. Now we're talking. Okay, he's ugly, but good.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know.
not along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Personally, I have half a mind to beat the crap out of these old ladies, but I won't, because they are useful. Anyway, head up here, open this little chest, grab a human effigy, that's good. They're not automatically added to your hotbar, so you do need to add things manually, so that could be a bit irritating. So this guy starts with a broken straight sword and an iron palmer, despite being a steel shield. Not 100% physical block, annoyingly. I'm going to remove the helm and yes, now we're talking. Anyway, we are going to leave from whence we came because there are items. You're a knight, okay, interesting. Where am I going? This way. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 2 introduced the idea of running with circle and pressing the left stick in to jump. Which personally is a lot easier. So around here, behind those fallen branches, is a rusted coin. You use those and your luck increases somehow. Basically means that you can find some more valuable items, or at least more of them, like they're more likely to drop if you consume them, things like that. That is there. And you go down here. Aha. Small, smooth and silky stone. The smooth and silky stones are items that you trade with the merchant crows, much, you know, the same kind of crow as Dark Souls 1. And basically you drop the items and you get an item in return. But it's a little bit different in this game, but I'll explain it when we get there. Big footsteps means something's up here. Now this ogre fellow is very tough. High defense and hits like a truck. What you're going to want to do, as hard as it sounds, is... Where's the item? There. Hey, just lead him over here. Come on. I need you to fall over. Not what I wanted you to do, but whatever. So grab this gold pine resin and run. You can fight him and get a Ring of the Giants, I think. See, that's barely any damage whatsoever. Healing is a lot slower in this game as well, so... Nope. Oh, shit. No, I'm not going to be able to get myself out of this one. Yeah. As I was saying, kinda strong, kinda tough. Would not recommend fighting this early on. But as you can see, we're now hollow. And every time we die, our health bar will reduce a little bit more. But if you use a human effigy, we're back to human. Which means you have a full health bar, and we don't need to worry. I won't go back and get my souls, because I don't need to. If you run past the ogre, you end up in a sort of waterfall, and then you run down, and then I come across that wooden bridge right there, and then you come out here. So, you know. Anywho, moving on. If you come back later and kill that ogre, you get a ladle from this lady here. And if you come back with a soul vessel, you can respec your character with this old lady I'm standing right in front of. Very worth keeping in mind if you want to try out new builds. Honestly, it's very common to just sort of hoard all of them, like all the soul vessels you can find, and then just every time you want to try a new thing, just, oh yeah. I want to try being a magic user, so you respec all your points into magic and stuff. Now, that pop-in is still there after all this time. Like, look at the exit. Pop, pop. Bloody hell. Now you can run through, but this is all tutorials. So we will go through the tutorial area, which is so lovingly prepared. Also, parrying sucks in this game, because it's really hard to get the timing right. You're making a fool of me. You have to wait for them to... Oh, God damn it. You have to wait for them to sort of fall over first. And then you have to then walk up and press R1, which can suck because if they fall too far back, then by the time you've walked up to them to initiate the riposte, they've already gotten up again. And it just becomes a really annoying cycle of knocking them back and not being able to follow through with it. Yeah, it can be really annoying. Anyway, you can backstab if you line it up properly. Backstabs are a lot more flashy in this game. There are torches here, but don't worry about them yet. There's an ogre over there, and there's one hiding around behind that rock formation. Fun fact, that coffin there changes your gender. Go in as a dude, you come out as a woman. Go in as a woman, you come out as a dude. To be honest, no one actually really knows why the hell that happens, like why they put it there. But it's always funny when people have no idea what it does and they just walk around in armor and they're just like, did this do anything? It's like, yes it did. 80 plus 20, 57 plus 33, so that's 80, that's 90 compared to 100. But critical is 150. Okay. We shall go with this. Hey! I didn't say you could bow me. No. There we go. Oh, that was a good parry. Okay, I could swear that that hand position was over his nuts, and that would hurt. The reason I say don't bother with the torches is because you can't really do anything with them now. You sort of have to come back. Because you need a fragrant branch of yore, it's called. And you use them to unpetrify people who have been turned into stone statues. So kick this down. And they're going to talk at you. Ignore them. Drop down here. Pick this up. You'll need to do this drop when you do light all the torches later, but for now, just drop down and climb up. You can sprint up ladders, but it does drain your stamina, so if you're sprinting up, usually stamina, someone shoots you, you will fall off. So go up here. There's a bird's nest. Two very annoying invisible birds tell you to drop stuff. Now in Dark Souls 1, you had to drop something, save and quit, and then reload. In Dark Souls 2, they improved it. Now you just leave and leave. Then they'll say that it's good. And those two items that you left there, even though they're two different items, they both count. So as soon as you drop them, they're automatically exchanged for a random item from the valid item pool. So now we pick them up, we get a life gem, and Petrified Dragonbone. Petrified Dragonbone is generally for boss weapons, by and large. Oh, there is like the jumping tutorial and stuff, but I don't need amber herbs because I'm not using, yeah. Oh yeah, magic is a bit different in this game. It's still on a usage, like a numerical usage system, like Dark Souls 1, but holy crap, that's bright. But the difference is that there are items you can use to replenish your spell uses. So if you have 10 uses of Fireball and you use them all, you can like use a amber herb and regain some of those usages. Now, when coming down from the exit to Majula, between these two rocks here, so there's the wooden fence, and then there's this rock formation, and then these bushes go here and drop. Then what you're going to want to do is drop again. And that's because you have a Morning Star and a Chime. If you are thinking of playing with miracles and stuff, then you're going to want a Chime. Morning Star's a pretty good early weapon, actually. It's a hell of a lot stronger than everything else. And honestly, the stronger things I can get early on, the better. That's the way to the Forest of Fallen Giant. No? Wait. No, that's to Hyde's Tower. Sorry. I forget where I am. Wait, no, sorry, that is the forest. Hyde's is over there. God damn it. And now back up this stairway. This is where we dropped off to get the mace, Morningstar thing. Over here at the tree, there is a Divine Blessing. You can go back up if you want, but there's no point. You can go through there, but because up here, there's a crack in the wall for the starting area. Also, did you notice no big boss at the start? It's a far more lenient intro. This way is to the Shaded Woods and Benhart and a few other things, but we can't really go that way yet because we don't have any branches to unpetrify a lady holding the door shut, and, well, everything there is super high level anyway, so. Another improvement in this game is you can use items from the menu and you don't get booted from the menu every time. And if you have more than one of something, you can use multiple at once. Like this. Because you're going to want to. Now, I'm not going to bother with her dialogue, so I am going to skip it because she just yaps on forever. Because she says, you know,
Go on.
Why are you here? Are you going to do stuff? Good. If not, bugger off. So again, Estus Flask, we have one use. And then she says, seek misery. You'll never get to the castle. Over there, I think. No, over there. There's the castle. Is that the forest? Huh. And then she says, seek other things. And then you can actually talk to her. Right, level up. Adaptability, poise. So attunement and adaptability influence agility. Poise is either adaptability or endurance, and whichever one is lower will affect it. So if I were to get endurance up to 20, my poise value would not increase. But if I increase this by 1, it does, because then it's bringing it closer to being even. If I increase adaptability to 7, it won't go up. If I then increase endurance to 7, it will. It's a bit of a weird system. 1 dexterity for katana potential, or... it's a tough one. Don't need attunement. Vitality, maybe. Just some health, I guess. Yeah. And leave. Differences as well. Underneath each weapon, there is a red bar. That is your durability meter, so you can see it as it goes down. As you can see, the shield is already damaged. Now, they're not my deaths. That's everyone, like, worldwide playing. Letters are worn. Hope ahead. Not really. Talk to this fellow.
What? Me and that?
So he's yapping. He's unhappy.
Do when you protection.
Talk to him, and he eventually asks you to join the Way of the Blue, which is sort of like a protection covenant. So if someone's being invaded, then you can be summoned to their world as sort of a helping hand.
I see. If you ever...
Yeah, I will actually. I will bear it on my own, hard as it may be. Next to the blacksmith's house, there is another soul, so I'll just pop that while I'm here. Excellent, that's another level up. Lenegrast. He tells you bring him that key, because he cannot climb through the window. You green bastard. Anyway, ignore him. Important locations for later. Here is where the merchant lady from Forest of the Fallen Giants will eventually show up, so don't forget to check there once you've finished with that level. A couple of important things up. Oh, I'll show that actually. So there's a life gem here. There's a pit here, which you cannot traverse at the moment. You need the help of someone. There's this guy. He sells armor. Including your armor, specifically, to begin with. Hard leather armor, 68 and 7.2. And he sells a falconer set. Not the most useful thing in the world. And there's still no 100 block shield yet. Ignore him for now. Climb up here. Now, Morlin, the armorer fellow, after you spend certain amounts of money, his dialogue changes. He eventually becomes super arrogant and just, you know, forgets who you are. And he's just like, oh, who are you? Oh, I'm sorry, you know, my wares might be too extravagant for you. Anyway, knock that down. Grab an Estus Flask Shard. Yes, you can knock things down wells in this game. And, you know, you get items. There's a talking cat in here.
Oh, and one with just about ready to nodding. Well, oh yeah, so. Ooh.
And she's French. So if you go Covenants, it'll show you a list of the Covenants you've joined and your respective sort of level in each one. You can talk and get random info.
Yeah, have him. Did you long if or?
And you can buy things like Ring of the Evil Eye for health regen upon killing things, Silver Cat Ring so you take less fall damage. That's a point I should make. Fall damage is insane in this game. Like, it is super strong. So keep that in mind before you go jumping off ledges. Red Eye Ring, you aggro things, which can be useful if you're helping someone. You can get the attention of enemies while your friend actually gets stuff done. Name Engraved Ring, you choose a god and your friend chooses a god, and it means that you're more likely to be matched up together. And Ring of Whispers means you can hear sort of a groaning noise when enemies are nearby. It sort of tells you that there's an enemy near, so you don't have to sort of blunder into a trap or something. She also sells Homeward Bones, Prism Stones, Alluring Skulls, and Lloyd's Talismans.
Nothing's well.
Ring of Whispers is also very useful because there is an NPC in the Shaded Woods who you can only talk to if you have that ring. Otherwise you can't understand him. And you get a rapier for helping him, as well as some other stuff. Now this stone here is the Victor Stone. Now, we're not going to touch that for now, but it does remind me that I should mention a certain mechanic. You see, in this game, they introduced a spawn limit on enemies. So if you kill things a certain number of times, they don't come back. The only way to keep them coming back is to join the Covenant of Champions at the Victor Stone, which increases the difficulty of all enemies, but like, it gives them more health and they do more damage, but they never despawn. They will always respawn when you rest at a bonfire. So it's sort of like if you want them to continually spawn, you have to take on a greater challenge. Which is honestly a bit annoying, but it happens. Anyway, so that was the tutorial area more or less, and Majula. And next is the forest, which I believe is through there. But we'll do that next time. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.